Zanny became Caylee's main primary babysitter, from what Casey said, probably from October, probably around right after Caylee's first birthday until present time. You know what I'm saying? So this person wasn't made up just a month ago or whatever. But what I'm thinking, I think that Zanny at this point was a real person in the beginning, but I think Zanny is now whoever's watching Caylee. In my mind,
transferred the responsibility.
The name, yes. So I think she refers to, I believe.
Do you think we're spinning our wheels looking for a Zanny?
I'm not sure. But I have two theories, and I'll share that with you.
Mm-hmm.
I think Zanny could either be Amy or Jesse at this point.
On this week here, this like the conference week, do you ever get on the phone? Oh, I got you.
That's all right.
Sorry. Do you remember? See, this is the thing.
I talk to her every day.
This way.
I talk to her every day.
Every day you talk to the baby? Or
no,
just
no,
no?
I didn't. I stopped talking to Caylee. The last day I talked to Caylee was the 15th. I did not have a conversation with Caylee after that. And
what time was the last conversation? You remember?
With Casey?
Mm-hmm. No, with Caylee.
Sometime on the 15th when we put her to
Okay.
bed.
All right.
Now George had a conversation with her in the morning because she was there in the morning, had breakfast, did the normal stuff.
No time here though.
Nope, none at all.
Okay.
And that was every time her and I would talk that Caylee wasn't with her or something, you know, there was something going on. That's why I think she's fabricated this whole story so that she would justify to me why I couldn't talk to Caylee, because she knew that if it wasn't a reasonable thing, then I would say, where the hell are you? And I'm coming to pick Caylee up because something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So,
just like if she doesn't come home with the baby that night, you knew she was staying at
right,
the boyfriend.
or if she was, and that's why I think she stayed with Tony during this time, because if she called Annie and stayed with her for a month, Annie would say, where the hell's Caylee and why aren't you at home? Or any of her close friends. Tony, I believe, is someone, from what I found out now, is someone she just met very recently. So it wouldn't be a red flag to Tony.
I want to try and help you differentiate between what's real and existing and what's not. Because I know there's a lot of things that you might think are real right now that we're finding out are absolutely not real. And people as well. Mm-hmm. So we're not here to hypothesize on if she says Zanny, she might mean this person. Or if she says, or you say this picture was taken at this apartment, but it's this apartment, so we believe one is another. You know, we're not going to focus on that. Okay, I know you know what I'm talking about. That picture you said that was Zanny's apartment, that's Ricardo's apartment.
Right.
And now you're thinking maybe Zanny is Ricardo's something or other.
Or Amy.
Okay. Well, there are a lot of things that you've also said that I need clarification on, because if you're out there saying these things, I need to know why you're saying these things.
I'm not saying them to anybody but authorities.
Can I slide my phone?
Sure. Absolutely.
But anyway,
because I wouldn't do that.
I'll be right back.
I'm not going to accuse
Okay.
anybody in the public.
Well, here's the thing. There's a couple of things I want to share with you. And I want to show you that we're actually working on this. Contrary to what, if you think that we haven't worked on this, I'm here to tell you, Cindy, from the day, let me finish, let me talk now. I've listened to you talk for a while. I want to be able to share some things with you. I haven't stopped on this. I can tell you right now that about a dozen people are strictly assigned to this, just here. And that doesn't include FDLE or FBI. I know you had to talk to FBI yesterday. I'm sure they told you what their involvement is with this. It was 2 days ago.
Yeah, a couple
So
days ago.
I know they told you what their involvement is in this and what they've been doing to help, right? So you know that this isn't just something that we're kind of passing aside. I haven't worked on anything but this. That person doesn't exist.
Okay.
Never did, never worked for Universal. That is not a valid email address.
Okay.
We've even tried. It doesn't come back. It's not a valid address at all. This person doesn't exist. I also went and I tried to identify some of these other people and saying where they work. And I remember, I believe it was either Lee or it may even come from yours. I believe it was Lee, though. He sent me an email of I guess, what you guys had talked about last Friday at the jail, where Juliet Lewis may have worked, where Raquel may have worked. There was saying Raquel worked at TGI Fridays. Juliet Lewis worked at Universal. You even went back to check Casey Anthony at Color Vision, because I know Color Vision took over from Kodak. And the very, very blanket statement, what we found out is Jeff Hopkins, Juliet Lewis never worked for EIS, Event Imaging Solutions, which is the Kodak company that was taken over by Color Vision. So we know that wasn't true. We did a wage and hour check on Casey to see the last time she actually worked, and it shows the first quarter of 2006, which was with, I think, just as Color Vision took over Kodak.
Okay.
We also checked with Color Vision to verify. Let's see, this is Color Vision. Color Vision, and they said that Casey, Jeffrey, Juliet never worked for the Color Vision. And this is coming from their HR director. So what I'm doing is I'm just sharing info, give you I want to try and wipe clean some of the stuff that
Okay.
you think may or may not be true.
Well-
Hold on. Raquel Farrell, worked TGI Fridays, contacted TGI, they actually work for Carlson Restaurants owns them. This is the head recruiting specialist, no record of Raquel. The point I want to just bring to you is that the people that she's saying exist, don't exist. I can tell you also, and I want to share this with you, is that you're saying that, again, we're pretty much on the same sheet that she's not telling you the truth. She's never been to Tampa over June, July. We know that for a fact. Her cell phone records have never left Orange County area.
Right.
She's never been to Jacksonville. Okay, so that
Well, she was at Jacksonville.
June, July,
Yeah, June
she's
and
never
July,
been to
right,
Jacksonville.
Right.
So everything that we've gotten from her, everything that you guys are trying to get from her to help with this, it is still a lie. It's a consistent lie. And the problem that we have is that the more she tries to divert from what we actually need to do, which is find Caylee, the harder it is to find her.